All right, folks, we are live. We are live, and we are at episode or stream 10. Can you believe it? We've streamed 10 times now. That is almost earth-shattering. Well, not quite sure if it's earth-shattering, but it's a step in the right direction. All right, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Something was happening to the stream here, but looks like everything's good now. All right, hit F in the chat for respect. I'm not sure where that came from. Not sure if I'm showing my age. But here's what I will say. If you are a Cardano fan, I'm gonna ask you guys to do one thing today and one thing only, and that's go to the Dex Hunter post which states we believe in Cardano. And we actually retweeted that, so that is actually on the Layerforge Studio X account. So if you see the We Believe in Cardano and see you at Rare Evo, hop on that thread and let's just get that visibility. Vis as the young kids would say, let's get that visibility maxing. Because, we need it for the culture real bad. All right, folks, let's go ahead and fire up our stream today. Hopefully this image quality looks better for short format content. I tried to change things up a little bit to make sure that the focus is the art piece and not the tool palette on the left, so we made some changes. Alright, so yesterday we were working on these Chuck Taylors, and I think we reached a pretty good point with them. I'm not sure how much more really needs to go into it other than we do need some laces and we do need that little circle, that little iconic circle seal style logo on the side. I'm just getting rid of these little bits of model that are sticking through the bottom of the shoe. Okay, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna work on this part, but before we start sculpting, because I want to add in a little bit more detail, but before we get a little too far ahead of ourselves, let's see if we can just toss the seal into place. We're just gonna populate this cylinder. Let's shrink it down a little bit. And yeah, we made some adjustments with our scale yesterday. Things were a little bit crazy, not gonna lie. So we made some adjustments there. Okay. So now let's get everything into play. Let's end up where we're supposed to be. Okay. I don't think we need to be nearly that large, but that looks pretty good. Let's just do a little bit more rotation to the back there. I'm just trying to get this as level as possible. I think that's pretty good. Let's add a mirror modifier on here so it shows up on both sides. And I think I want to get this on the inside and the outside of the shoe. So what we'll do here is we're just going to duplicate that and let's try to align that as appropriately as possible. So let's try and lock that in real good. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, let's just do, I want to add like a bevel. Let's see what point one, that's perfect. Point one bevel, and let's add that, and bevel that, point one as well. And let's throw another edge loop on here and just push that towards the back. Let's add a solidify just to kind of smooth that out and give us a nice little look like that. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply this modifier. I'm going to come in here and grab our grab tool and see if we can just make some minor changes here, because we're kind of, because of the fabric, we kind of want to line that up as good as we can. Alright, that's pretty rad. Okay. And we want to go and do something on this side. Similar idea. Just give ourselves a little bit more space there. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so we can leave that as is. Now what I want to do is we do have some good clean mesh here. And the question is, do we want to completely ruin that? What's up, Lightning? Like, comment, and share. Dixie's saying it looks good. Smash the like. So, you gotta do what they're telling you to do, man. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so, what do I want to do here? Alright, I just wanted to take a quick peek at a picture of some Chuck Taylors again. And so it kind of has, I'm definitely not going to sculpt the stitching, but we want to get the look and feel close. And the way I'm going to start this is by actually adding these rings where the lace actually goes through on the top surface. And then we'll kind of design around that. So that's kind of how I saw it, is we'll kind of make this go up the side, and then we'll come in at the end and we'll add a little crease to kind of produce the shape that we want, and we'll kind of go from there. So looking at a pair, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these loops going right up the side. Okay, so let's rough these in first, and then we will. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're already running out of space, so let's bring these in quite a bit closer to each other. Let's come all the way in here. Did we lose one? Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we gotta somehow make all these fit. What I'm gonna do real quick is, just in order to make it easier to excuse me. How come I can't? Interesting. Let's see if we can bring those all into their own layer. That way I can toggle into the layer, and we can kind of work like this. Okay. And Interesting. Okay, so we really don't. Let's turn that off, and yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll just kind of turn that on. I guess we can toggle X-ray on and off as we need it. Looks like little floating Oreos for some reason. At least that's what's coming to mind here. Little floating Oreos. All right, so I kind of wanna. We're kind of veering off a little bit already, so let's kind of come closer for now, and then if we need to back off later, we'll do that. But kind of want to maintain about that kind of distance. So let's bring this in here. Okay. And then we'll just follow this all the way up. And we'll see kind of where we're at. Okay. Alright. Let's you know what I need? Like a chat overlay. Just so I can see what's going on in the chat. I guess Shane is telling us that we're looking good. Alright. Just want to double ch okay, I'm not I was like, am I muted today? I don't even know if I toggle that back off. I'm gonna turn on a little bit of music. Not sure if I go silent here a little bit, but I kind of want to focus on getting this done. See if we got anybody popping up in the. Yeah, see? Just gotta finish those loops. What out of the laces? I think I got one more detail coming down the strip of that rubber sole that I want to add, and we're done with that. We'll move on to something else. Um, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna check on a couple different social posts here. Interesting. Yeah, some reason the stream post when I made a post to X doesn't update based off the URL that's posted inside the post and just display the actual stream. But whatever. One thing that we did implement today, just trying to improve the stream, was that stream coming soon little bit of text that we started to put together. We'll be adding more to that, but good to start. You know, the stream coming soon, and we'll keep adding to that, and hopefully eventually we'll do some cool little animations, perhaps. Um, in a little bit, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on with Layer Forge. We got some upcoming newsworthy event. Well, we're not 100% locked in yet. I guess we'll just talk about it now. Um, so we had plans to go to Rare Evo. That was never something in contention. That was already planned out for many months now. However, we were trying to work out a scenario where we could have some representation on a booth at Rare Evo, and we kind of had some early conversations about potentially sharing a booth with somebody. But because of perhaps the less than expected turnout to the convention, um, Rare Evo is actually giving away some booths. And so we're trying to capitalize on this opportunity to actually get our own booth. And I hope I'm not jinxing everything by talking on it, but I think it's just I'm really trying to make this a real vlog, about what's really happening as things go through. That way people actually have a reason to watch the vlog, right? It's like real in the making things happening. So we were talking to one of the mods or representatives over there at Rare Evo in their Discord, and we're trying to actually secure that booth. And if we're able to secure that booth, then we're going to order our own booth materials, right? Our own table, our own backdrop, and it's uh it's nerve-wracking, honestly. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's exciting. It's like a little bit of both. You're getting butterflies in your stomach. You're not sure 100% about what you're trying to accomplish by doing this, but you understand that you're just trying to build, right? Just trying to get to the next level, trying to market, trying to get your name out there, trying to figure out a way forward, and that's what these conventions are for, right? For networking and meeting people and trying to create opportunity. It's really what it's all about. So, if that's what we're looking to do, then yeah, we should be doing this, right? Trying to get to the next level of finding that partnership or deal that escalates us from a small little startup into something more formidable. Never know who you're gonna meet at a convention and things kick off, and then before you know it, it could be a game changer. And also, I think that there's a lot to say about being a part of a community, right? I'm not sure if everybody agrees with me, but this is the networking event for people that are quote unquote Cardano maxis, right? Maximalists of Cardano. It's like you're the community. If you don't show up to your own convention, then I think that speaks more about you as a part of the community, right? Like you couldn't even be bothered to ensure that there is a global presence, at least in your country. Let's see here. I'm gonna make a modification here. Kind of feel like this needs to come. I think that all this can go up. All right, let's see if we can do the same here and just kind of. All right, let's go back to. We got just a little bit of modifications to make here. So yeah, so I was talking about potentially getting a booth at Rare Evo, and I think something's kind of coming to me right now, and I'm trying to put it into words, and it's without crypto, and I'm not saying that the crypto generated any revenues to build what we have here with Layer Forge Studio because it didn't, right? So we've never extracted liquidity to build what we're doing. However, we've built the community and the founding individuals that have helped kind of push us to doing this, right? And when we first started Layer Forge Studio, and I know I've talked about this, we were called HODLBox, but needless to say, if it wasn't for the crypto community, we would never be here. I would have given up on this a long time ago. Um, and so there's a lot of, I don't know, prudence or respect or admiration that needs to be, kind of given to the people that have been there with me through the good and the bad, the ups and the downs, and trying to um, encourage me to push forward, I guess, right? In many different aspects, and um, the longer you keep going at something, the more doors open, even though sometimes it seems like nothing's happening. Um, consistency allows you to consistency will allow you to have the opportunity at one point to have something happen to you. And that thing could be what gets you to that next level, right? Like you just keep grinding, keep going, keep pushing, and eventually you break through. You get somewhere. And I'm not talking about going from nothing to 100 all in one swing, but you get these little wins. And even though they're small wins, if you were never there and never held in, those wins wouldn't exist at all. So it's like these little opportunities that slowly stack on top of each other just from consistency. Um, and like I said, I couldn't see how where we would be where we're at right now without crypto in the community. And so maybe the money funding component is a future thing, right? Maybe it comes in the future. I don't know how it comes, but the camaraderie, friends, and the laughs and the cries and all the stuff that we went through trying to build this brand is real as fuck, you know? And shout out to all the real ones, all the really good friends that I've made and people that for me are more than just token holders, you know? Like those are the real ones. Those are the people that we hang out with every day and I guess sometimes they're more than family, you know, because you're so close and we're all kind of passionate about the same things. So, yeah. Getting a little teary-eyed, guys. Okay, I'll keep it in. All right, let's see here. All right, so to do what we want to do, there's a couple different ways we're going to go about it. I'm probably going to do it the most difficult way. Because that's always the way I choose, right? It's always the most difficult way, never the easiest. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to. Let's see if we can. What will happen if we put on a solidify modifier first? Just to kind of curl these edges a little bit, and it's going to add more geometry, which we're going to need to get to this next step anyhow. So as you can see here, we are pretty dense. We'll retopo later and kind of bring that back down. Okay, so we kind of want to just crease. We want to crease coming from the top all the way down to the bottom, and that crease is a little too strong. It's poking right through the material. So let's try to see if we can. Yeah, wow, everything is going through. I think it's because this tongue is halfway. Let's actually get rid of everything we don't need just so we can kind of focus and get this step done. And we'll make modifications to other things if they conflict with what we're trying to do here later. Alright, so let's see here. We kind of need to come across here, down the side. And I kind of feel like it goes in like further down. Let me just take a quick look again. Yeah, so it kind of goes right to the corner of the toe, which uh, which would mean we're kind of like out here. So I think we're kind of limited here how we can make this work, unless we completely change the front of the shoe, which I'm not willing to completely redesign the cap of the shoe. I think I'm just gonna do what I can. Let me see if I can. Looks terrible. Alright, so we're gonna use a different approach on here. I think instead of trying to crease it, I think what I'm gonna try to do is add material instead, just to right here. And then we'll try to use that edge that we've created. And I think that helps show us where that crease is supposed to go. So now we should be able to follow that little shadow and give us a nice little crease. Let's see if we can go in here and try to clean that up a little bit. We'll smooth that out. Let's see. And we'll adjust those as needed, but I think that's good enough for what we're trying to accomplish with this. It's such a small feature, and detail-wise, it's not the highest on the priority list, I guess. And we'll make adjustments to where these hole positions are, but I think more or less that's a pretty good start. We could probably even smooth it out quite a bit more. Let's take the grab tool again and just bring that right into there. I'm gonna use the grab tool to kind of shape this a little bit better. We'll make some more adjustments later, but I think that's good for now. Maybe just kind of bring this out just a little bit. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty decent. All right, so I'm going to can we we'll just try to smooth this actually. All right. So I kind of want to do. Oh no, we didn't have X symmetry on. Shite. All right, so let's All right, there we go. Let's do the same on this inside, and let's see how far we can keep moving along with this. Kind of want to just pop in to check something on the Discord. Awesome. So it looks like we secured our table. Uh, I'm gonna send Rare Evo my SVG logo. So we got our scalable web graphics logo. What does it say here? Awesome. Can I get your email as well as any logo, branding kit, and we're adding you to the booth map. You'll see an ad email tomorrow with instructions, exhibitor kit, and various other things. Please create an account at rareevo.com and put your tickets there. Okay. Alright, so continue. Alright. Alright, so we got an account set up with Rare Evo, and we'll get more information about the. They'll send us an email with more information tomorrow. Alright, so that is for sure. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh man, I'm feeling something, guys. I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm feeling something, dude. This shit cray, bro. This shit cray. I just turned off this mirror for now because it was creating some performance lag. Oh man, this is so fucking crazy. I can't believe that Layer Forge Studio is gonna be at Rare Evo. This is so nuts. It's been 3 years of grinding, and now all of a sudden we have this opportunity come up. That's totally wild. I mean, we were already going to Vegas, but wow, I'm about to go dumb broke. Oh man. Whew. We're definitely gonna be chilling with the homies tonight. Alright, so we got the same thing here. And man, I've been so bad. I have next week off. I'm on vacation, and I definitely need to set my Cintiq up because I swear I would be already done with this if the Cintiq was connected. And now I'm just, I don't know, just haven't had the time, but I need to. So hopefully for vacation next week, I got the 4th of July week off, or the week before the 4th of July, week of the 4th of July. Hopefully, we make that a priority. Oh man, this is so cool. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Man. This is gonna be a pain to try to get this. This angle is just a pain to work on. I wish we had a little bit better, like temporarily rotate this in a, I mean, I guess I could, but I really don't want to have to try to match it again to that angle. But man, I feel like changing up this angle a little bit to work on the shoe because it's a freaking pain in the ass. We're just gonna add a little bit more material on here because it kind of looks a little too smooth. So we're gonna get right in there and just try to add some material to this outside edge. Just keep moving it away. Look at that, Pharaoh Bee. We're getting there. We're getting there, man. We're kind of taking our sweet ass time. But we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. I kind of want to see uh whoa. I want to see, let's see here if we can. All right. So what I was thinking of here was, whoa. I wonder what is the easiest way to do this. Let's keep that there for now. We'll make this. make this the root, mark root, and then we'll take this right here and we'll say, okay, so let's let's just leave that there for now. And is that what we want to do? So it's in one, diagonal up the other one. I'm over here like, yo, have you ever tied shoes before? So it's a little bit, kind of hits you a little bit different in 3D when you're kind of just trying to map this out. Let's see, can we, yeah, maybe do something like this right now. Let's turn this off because that's been, yeah, I think this would help greatly, and then we can kind of focus on, then we can kind of go back the other way, right? Alright, so that's going under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. that's about where we're at for today's stream. Tomorrow we will fix these laces, tie a knot, and yeah, we'll be done with the shoes. And then we'll work on, let's take a look at it. Yeah, we'll fix these, we'll finish up these shoes tomorrow. We'll fix the paintbrush, which should be pretty quick. We'll do that. I have a feeling that tomorrow we may be able to finish the shoes, the paintbrush, and maybe even finish the cane. And then that puts us smack dab at the face again, where we'll keep working on the eyebrow and this hair patch, and then we're done. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy the stream tonight. Happy Hump Day tomorrow. We'll be back at it again, and yeah, super excited about what's coming. I'm gonna make an announcement about it, and yeah, that concludes our stream for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, right? Check us out, follow us on our different social sites, and join us in the Discord. Yeah, that's a different one, right? Join us in the Discord, guys, and have a good night. All right, bye, guys. Ciao.